everyone, and welcome to Casino Guru News, live from ICE 2026 in beautiful Barcelona. Today we're sitting down with Oleksandr Briukhovetskyi, Portfolio Manager at RedCore. So welcome, and I guess thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure. Our pleasure, definitely. I wanted to start this interview very easily, just get us into the topic of basically your job. So maybe you could introduce us to the topic by telling us a little bit more about what kind of projects and what kind of areas are you looking to invest in or are you interested in?
Sure. So at RedCore, we grew from iGaming funds into multiple verticals fund, where we are looking into projects in niche like MarTech and traffic, analytics, RegTech, AI and Web3. So we are definitely looking at those projects where we have a strong synergy with, like as a business group wise,
Sure.
as well as we're looking at those projects that we can, support and scale the growth of the company. So we know exactly what needs to be done in order to, succeed for this company.
Sure.
And in terms of like the stage size, we're looking at projects on the MVP plus. So those projects who already have a product built in place, some of the traction, of course, because we need to understand there is like a product market fit for some projects.
Yeah.
Some products is easier to achieve that, for someone it's harder. So we're looking at those kind of deals. Definitely got our attention. The recent hot topic for us is RegTech companies.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're definitely looking into those areas as well.
I guess it's very known about you guys that you use a model that's merger and acquisition instead of a more traditional one, venture capital. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Like, what's the difference? Why did you opt for merger and acquisition? And what's the end result for a startup, for example?
Sure. So we believe that the current VC, like a traditional VC, is a bit, the whole process has flows. And one of the biggest is the constant chase of from one round to another. I was a founder myself, so I know from firsthand that this journey is like really hard and puts a lot of pressure on companies. So they need to be focused not on the product building, but instead like on the vanity metrics, on chasing the next round, maybe some doing a lot of early exits at the lower valuations. So this is vicious cycle. We just want to break it by introducing a completely new model to the market. And M&A, it can be like this because we support projects. We do not put them a lot of pressure of early exits. We are instead opting in for a scalable, sustainable growth over the time.
Yeah.
And we help projects to succeed by focusing on important metrics rather than vanity metrics. So that's the main difference.
I would like to continue or to piggyback on that. You said that it's a vicious circle and you try to kind of take the pressure off a startup. And I guess a lot of headache for startups come from, this constant seeking of basically money flow, right? Investments and that. Is that also something that RedCore is thinking of and can help, reduce the dependence on such a notorious and all the time investment?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because we believe that, the VC life cycle is like a treadmill. So like once you completed your first round, you need to immediately start thinking about the next one and how to get there. So you need to start looking for investors. You need to start reaching them, contacting. This takes a lot of time, a lot of efforts from the startups. It creates a lot of pressure because you're thinking that you need to be focusing on your metrics like burn rate, like what's my runaway, like how much more time do I have till I need to raise the next round? Will I get there in time? Will I be able to produce enough metrics to succeed? While we take off this pressure, we help companies, we say we will support you. We have a lot of, as a business group, that we can offer to companies, like let's say the extensive network of clients, or from the get-go, you are becoming a part of the business group. You are not alone there on the market. You have different products that can support you with the expertise. We have a really good back office, like legal, financial. We can support products in many ways. and that's take off the pressure from the companies, help them to succeed more quicker, and focusing on sustainable growth and create value to the market, not create another bubble of exits.
Yeah. I heard what you're saying. It's more about having like a partner in crime and somebody that makes sure that it all goes smoothly for you. So that's very exciting. Also, you sort of mentioned that you prioritize pretty heavily the like a healthy unit economy straight from the beginning. Why is that so important?
Sure, yeah, that's one of the advantage that we think we bring into the projects, and that's what helped them to succeed, because healthy unit economy means that the product can last longer. So, for example, immediately from the start of when we become an investor into a project, we're saying that, okay, guys, let's think about how we can get to that break-even point faster. Because we think that this removes this dependency of the next rounds. When the business, as soon as business becomes break-even, they can think about scaling. Before that, they think about surviving. And that's the most important thing for us, to remove this barrier. This barrier was created by the industry itself. Because the investors, they are eager to sell their stake to the next investor, so they create this kind of treadmill themselves. And we try to remove that. We're pretty good at psychology and good at just like telling people what they need to do in order to succeed, because we've done it ourselves and we know how to multiply it.
I'm very interested that you said yourself that you help your RedCore startups reach break-even faster than the others. Yeah, how is that even possible? Like, how do you do that?
As I said, the companies, they like the operators, for example, they're not interested in having 10 discounted tools separately. They're eager to solve their problems with one solution that covers the whole life cycle. For example, from the acquisition to the retention, with everything. So they are really eager to see where they can introduce one company, but get access to the multiple solutions. So that's exactly what RedCore is. With the business group, we have existing solutions in different niches, solving different problems. And the products that becomes the part of our business group, they immediately get access, like they from being alone, they become like in a group. That's create a lot of interesting exchanges and synergies within the business group. Opportunities, exactly. And like, for example, the customer base, the extensive network that we have of different providers, of different operators, this can be unlocked once the company becomes a part of business group.
So as we said, it's like basically all about the support, and you actually know what you do. And once these companies or these startups reach a break even, it's very easy for them to dream on, and continue their journey. Definitely. I would also like to know what kind of founders are usually in contact with? Like, what kind of founders usually come to you, and why do you think exactly those?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we like founders that are progressive thinking. They know that there are flaws in the current way of doing business in the market, because this creates a lot of problems, as was mentioned before. So they understand that some different model should be chosen instead, and they are interested in not becoming like just the funding getting, but they're interested in having the strategic partner who can guide them, who is mature enough to provide support in the areas where they need it. So they are open-minded, of course. They are eager to receive the feedback, eager to receive the support from a big player. So they value this even sometimes more than the whole around chasing system itself. Because we understand that some people, enjoy this path.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Yes, and they are following it sometimes really successfully, and that's also a case, but just not our case, because we focus on, maybe some kind of more stable and sustainable metrics.
A
long-term partnership. That's exactly, and those type of founders who understand this, they come to us, and then obviously we will have a good synergy with them moving forward.
Would you say that's the majority of founders that come to you that already have that kind of mindset in them, and they're ready to follow you?
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely majority because people, but when, for example, collecting information from their websites or doing their own research, they are seeing that we emphasize this in our communication.
Sure. So they do their research.
Exactly, and they catch it. And this is a good thing about founders that comes to us. They do their research and do their homework, and they come prepared. Not always, of course, and that's understandable. So we just guide them even through like the collection process. We're saying, okay, guys, we need this information to be provided, or this matrix to be collected, but that's okay. That's a part of the game.
I guess my last question would be, but we're staying on the topic of these startups and founders. I would like to know how it evolved over time, because I don't think that it's what it used to be back then. Like this profile of a perfect candidate that you just described changed a lot. How would you say it was back then versus how is it now?
Of course, it changed a lot. I mean, the basics, they remain the same.
Okay.
Like when you're looking at the team, what's their background, how they are familiar with the industry they're working in, how well they understand the customers, how well they're able to sell to those customers. So those basics, they remain the same. What changed over time is this appreciation of strategic partnership and support. So they understand that what smart money actually means now more and more. And they are comfortable with this, moving into this direction. So that's changed. Another thing is that with all, for example, AI and Web3 buzzwords that are used and thrown over, it's important that projects should and the founders understand exactly what's the best implication or the use of that technology is within the product. And we value those founders who understand that it's not just AI you should be used in the presentations. No, it's actually an infrastructure.
Yeah.
It's actually the backbone of most businesses right now.
Right. Yeah.
And those companies who are not using this correctly, they will just lose over the time. So that changed as well. Yeah, a lot of changing. Basics are remaining the same, but yeah, it's interesting time to be
Definitely. I was going to say that they have to be very well-rounded.
Oh, yeah.
But it definitely pays off at the end, I guess. That's it from the questions I have prepared. Thank you very much. Anything else you would like to add?
Just come to RedCore and let's talk how we can support you, because there is a lot of cool projects and ideas on the market, and definitely some synergies can be found. And thank you for the interview.
Yeah, thank you. It was lovely. Thanks also to all of you who's been watching us. I will see you with the next interview. Bye.
Bye-bye.